For more information on today's program, contact Erica Taylor Montgomery at threegirlsmedia.com. Now, back to Punch, Media and Marketing Made Easy, on the Bay Area's business leader, AM 1220 KDOW.
Welcome back to Punch, Media and Marketing Made Easy, where we educate you to help you deliver that total knockout with your PR, your marketing, your social media, and more. I'm your host, Erica Taylor Montgomery, and I'm the founder and CEO of Three Girls Media and Marketing, which is a public relations and social media marketing agency that really specializes in working with small and mid-sized companies with very cost-effective solutions. You can find my agency online at threegirlsmedia.com. That's threegirlsmedia.com. And one of the things that I do offer is a complimentary 30-minute consultation that'd give us the opportunity to talk specifically about your PR, marketing, and social media goals and needs. And if you really want to make a splash with your company this year and you want to increase your brand awareness and your name recognition in 2013, I highly recommend that you take me up on that offer of that complimentary consultation. It's very easy to do. Simply go to threegirlsmedia.com, and from there you can either call or email me to make that appointment today. And there is no better time to get started than in the beginning of the new year. And talking about getting started on some new things, it's really great that mobile marketing has come to the forefront. And there's an event that I'm hosting as part of the Web Strategy Camp series I created. It's called Going Mobile, the Key to Maximizing your Marketing in 2013. And it's all about what it means to market to mobile customers and how you can get started on doing that right now. It is happening on Wednesday, February 13th from 11 to 1 in the South Bay. And, this talk is really perfect for business owners and organizations of all sizes that really rely on their websites to drive business, or companies that have one or more physical locations who are really looking to increase their walk-in business and their sales. So some of the things that we're going to be covering on Going Mobile, the key to maximizing your marketing in 2013, are some of the current trends that are driving mobile marketing. We're going to talk about things that you can do today to make your website mobile ready. And then we're going to talk about beyond your website, some other mobile marketing techniques that you can try. And we're going to be talking about what's next for mobile marketing in the upcoming year so you can be prepared. Now, if you'd like to get more information on this talk or to register for it, it's very easy. Simply go to webstrategycamp.com. That's webstrategycamp.com. All right, so let's move into round 2 today. We are going to be chatting about thought leadership and how you can develop your voice, which I think is a fascinating topic that's really important for business owners, managers, and entrepreneurs. Our guest this half hour is Claudine Hanani of the Hanani Group, and Claudine is the author of 3 books, and she's also coached and worked side by side with people and teams working in management consulting, high tech, financial services, retail, food and beverage, and a whole slew of others. Now, her concept of it's about perspective, voice, and sharing that count, not perfection or perfect writing, that has helped businesses find ways to unearth their own gems and really help them get out there. Welcome to Punch, Media and Marketing Made Easy, Claudine.
Erica, thank you so much, and more importantly, thank you for having conversations that really matter to small and medium-sized businesses.
Absolutely. It's my passion to really help educate small and mid-sized business owners and entrepreneurs about how they can make the most of their businesses, and having great guests on like you that can talk about these topics is really important.
Thank you.
So I know that our listeners are likely to have questions about thought leadership and how they can develop their voice. So I encourage you to call us live this morning. You can reach us toll free at 800-516-1220. That's 800-516-1220. So Claudine, why don't we start with the absolute basics? How would you define thought leadership?
Well, thought leadership is a concept that has deep roots in professional services marketing, but in essence, it really has a wide application in a variety of verticals. And so for the purposes of today's conversation, I'd like to think of thought leadership as anyone in any vertical, any business owner, entrepreneur, is sharing their expertise. Because what we're doing is building trust, building our brand, and allowing our customers to recognize who we are by sharing the unique perspectives and experiences that we have as business owners.
You know, I think that's a great way to put it. And I think sometimes it's difficult for business owners or entrepreneurs to really get out of their current paradigm and start thinking about themselves as a thought leader in their particular industry. So what are some suggestions you have for how they could go about doing that?
Well, you know, I will say that I think an important thing might be to, once we understand the concept of thought leadership, in some ways let it go so that it doesn't seem like this grandiose thing, because truly, to be a thought leader sometimes feels like, well, I have to be the best, and if I'm not the best, maybe I don't even play in that sandbox. And that's far from the case. Your targets, your audience wants to hear from you. You have unique expertise in some area. And thought leadership has nothing to do with being the best. It's really about reaching out to your audience, communicating. It's really the essence of social media. It's having a conversation with them. And you start that dialogue by sharing your experiences without the overview of having to be at the top of your game or the best person doing what you do. Whatever you are good at, you're doing a very good job at it. That's clear. So what we're doing is just really letting go and allowing yourself to be a little vulnerable and sharing with your audience to bring people to you by starting a conversation, starting the dialogue, building the trust and the relationship.
You know, and that really comes down to relationship marketing, like you said, building those relationships. And when it comes to sharing their expertise and their knowledge, what do you suggest are some of the best ways to go about doing that? Is it social media? Is it blogging? Is it authoring an ebook, doing videos? What do you think is critical?
I think they all have their place, and I think they're all valuable and can be very impactful to your marketing plan. So I would never suggest that one needs to come before the other. I think find your safe spot, find a place where you feel comfortable. You don't necessarily have to start a blog that you're going to commit to and write in all the time and develop the audience, which can be a bit daunting and it will take some commitment and time. So there are multiple opportunities for you to have your voice heard on other people's blogs. An easy way to do it is a very quick video. You can find a videographer very inexpensively. Put a couple 2-minute less video on your Facebook page, on your website. That's a simple conversation which everyone, when they're talking about their passion, can do very readily. So I think you find your spot. I mean, I think people will say, oh gosh, writing a book sounds pretty daunting. It depends on where you are in the continuum in terms of how much of this you've already been doing. So find an entry point, and all of them have a place and can work very, very effectively. Have a bit of a strategy, but start in a place that you have some safety in, and just think of it as a conversation, because this really social media I think of as it's just the advanced version of talking over the backyard fence, when you're hanging laundry type of thing. I mean, it's really just reaching out and connecting with people. We're just using technology to sandblast it to a larger group.
Sure. We were talking a little bit about social media in the first part of today's show. And one of the things that I was saying is that really social media is about a conversation. It's about providing useful, helpful, genuine information to your audience. It's not about selling to them all the time and pounding them over the head about the services and products that you offer. It's about building those relationships and providing things that I like to call infotainment or edutainment to your audience.
I love that. I love that concept.
Yeah. And, I think that that's really key when it comes to social media and also when it comes to blogging. If you're going to be a blogger and you're going to write, it shouldn't all be about you. It should really be about your expertise and those things that you are passionate about, those things that you really are a thought leader in and can share with your constituencies.
I agree, and I think it's important to probably also mention that this isn't a dissertation that you're providing, and it doesn't have to be fact-checked and perfected. I think if you really sit down and do some brainstorming, you could develop probably 20 ideas immediately with what you could talk about. So it could be sharing. One of the best things to do is to share an experience you've had with one of your clients. So you're promoting a client that you worked with. You're not talking all about yourself. You're really just saying, this is an experience that I, as a business owner, shared with one of my clients. How, in sharing this with a wider audience, what are we doing to help them learn from our experiences? When you look at it from that perspective, it's not about well, I have to be a specialist in biochemistry and have a PhD, and so, won't I have to do a lot of research to create something to talk about? Not at all. The list and wide range of things that will be of interest to your audience are at your fingertips.
Absolutely. And one of the things that I suggest starting with is a list of FAQs. What are the things that your potential clients or current clients commonly ask you? And start with a list of those questions, and you could write about every single one of those things and give you some really great content. We're talking about thought leadership and how you can develop your voice as a business owner or entrepreneur. We're talking with Claudine Hanani of the Hanani Group, and you can find her online at thehananigroup.com. When we come back from the break, we're going to talk a little bit more about what you can do if you don't feel you have unique ideas. You're listening to Punch, Media and Marketing Made Easy on 1220 AM KDOW. We'll be right back.